What's up guys, I'm J-Man, and welcome back to a series that I call Forgotten Cinema. Now in case you don't know, this is a series where I take a look at certain films that I feel have either been forgotten or are just not really talked about much anymore. So I discuss them, talk about why I like them, and why I would recommend them to you. So today's installment is the 2000 period drama, The Legend of Bagger Vance. Based on the book by Steven Pressfield, the story centers around a broken golf player by the name of Ranulph Juna, his lost love interest Adele Invergordon, and the mysterious caddy Bagger Vance. Primarily set in the late 1920s, Ranulph Juna was at the top of his game and his life, winning almost every game he played as well as the heart of the daughter of the richest man in town. Until a call to arms sends him straight to the front lines of the Great War, causing him to lose his heart, his life, and even his golf swing. He comes back home about a decade later, and soon the Depression hits the town. Adele is forced to give up her golf course that her dad built, and to make sure she can keep it, she arranges a golf match with the two top golf champions the sport has ever seen. But the town won't support the match unless someone from Savannah, Georgia is playing in it. So a young fanboy by the name of Hardy Greaves asks Juna to play. Even Adele asks him to play, but he won't budge. So he's out shooting balls into the night when a mysterious stranger just appears to him. And with a little convincing, he gets Juna to play in the match with him as his caddy. Overall, the film becomes a deep look at confronting our past, living in the moment, and remembering what you've always had inside of you. The film was directed by Robert Redford, who is a self-proclaimed environmentalist and is known for his stylish period pieces. It was actually rumored that the cast was originally going to be with older actors, with himself playing Ranulph Juna and Morgan Freeman as Bagger Vance. But my guess is that the studio thought the movie would sell better if they had younger actors, so they casted then newcomer Matt Damon and the Fresh Prince himself, Will Smith. The book's author, Steven Pressfield, got his inspiration for the book from the Hindu Sanskrit Bhagavad Gita, which is from the Hindu epic Mahabharata. It followed a prince named Arjuna, get it, who, while facing moral dilemmas about war, receives a visit from the god Krishna, who is called Bhagavan, get it, and counsels him to the path of being the righteous warrior he was meant to be. In The Legend of Bagger Vance, Ranulph Juna complains that he's lost his golf swing, but in the movie what that really means is that he's lost his spirit, his heart, and his motivation. He's got so much bottled up in his mind, not just from the war, but also his opponents, the crowd, and the game itself. But Bagger Vance teaches him not necessarily about relearning how to swing, but rather remembering it. One of the themes in the movie is the idea that some things are not learned because we're already born with it. We just have to discover it. Bagger Vance helps remove the pressure from Juna by essentially teaching him to remove the world and noise around him and just live in the moment. Be at one with the earth, the sky, the grass, and determine his path to victory. In another way, he also teaches about patience. Don't try so hard to make something happen, you have to let it happen. Everything has a natural flow to it. We do what we can to make stuff happen the way we want, but the harder we try, the further we might be from it. If we just remember to relax, breathe, become one with nature, and believe in ourselves, then things will happen for the better. You see, the film is not just about a game of golf, the game represents life itself. We all have a main goal in life that we hope to accomplish, a finish line to reach. And as it goes on, we get distracted by all of life's hardships and regrets and stuff that just fills our head too much. But if we just take the time to look at where we are, how far we've come, and never lose sight of what we still have, that finish line will reach us. The golf clubs that Juna uses are very symbolic as well. Bagger says to him at one point,
"Yeah, I always felt a man's grip on his club just like a man's grip on his world."
Earlier in the game, his grip struggles to find a proper grasp. However, when his skill starts to come back, he begins to be too arrogant and lets his pride overcome him. So Bagger tells him to loosen his grip a little, showing that having too much control can also be a way to lose control as well. It's all about an even balance. The music in the film was composed by Rachel Portman, and it is truly one of the most enchanting scores ever composed. It can start from being very quiet and subtle, and then crescendo to the point where it's soaring, like witnessing a miracle. all while also maintaining that very classic 20s vibe, of course. Now, if there was anything flawed about the film, and there is some, it's that it is a movie about the sport of golf, so it's obviously not for everyone. It does get pretty slow and drag at times, and also because of its time period, it does take place during a time of segregation, which it barely even mentions. But aside from that, I think it's a beautiful film about life, nature, and remembering your authentic swing. So please check it out when you have the chance. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe to my channel for more. Also, be sure to follow me on all my social media stuff and hit that notification bell for recent updates.